to my channel, Plant-Based Storm. I'm Stormy, and today I'm going to attempt to give you a week 2 garden tour, but it has been raining like crazy here. The yard was flooded, the roads were flooded. We had a flash flood yesterday, so everything's going to be nice and wet. It really beat the garden, but I just want to go ahead and show you what we've got going on, even though that has happened. Something fun I've got going on is all of these microgreens, and I actually am putting together a video of how this went down. This was my first time to try microgreens, so they're doing really well, actually. Getting pretty close to harvest. I just planted these last Saturday, and they've already grown that fast. So if you're looking for something to grow really quickly, microgreens may be what you're looking for. The thing I forgot to show last time is this chayote squash. Not sure if I'm pronouncing this properly, but this is something I have bought in the grocery store to eat. And it just started growing a vine out of it, so I thought, sure, I'll plant you. So I didn't show this last time, but this thing has really taken off. It was probably just to the second wire last week, and now it's all the way to the top. So I'm thinking that we're probably going to have to give it a bigger trellis, actually. Fruit trees are looking good. Like, it's been raining so much, like I told you, I may move these inside because it's supposed to rain through Tuesday. Got some more new growth on the pineapple. The potatoes were doing pretty good, but the leaves have started turning yellow, so we cut those off. Not sure if it's too much water or if it's blight. So we're going to kind of watch them. I got to get over here and cut this yellowing off from these leaves here. And if it ends up coming back, which doesn't really look like it's coming back so much on these that we cut it off, then we're just going to leave them. But if they come back, we're going to cut it off the ground and go ahead and harvest them in 2 weeks, assuming that it would be blight. Hoping it was just too much water. So they may go inside the greenhouse till we get through this stint of water on Tuesday. And you can see all the dirt on my plants. I had to come back out here. The okra is looking kind of sad. It really beat my okra down. I'm not sure if this one's going to make it or not. The leaves are just full of dirt that's splashed up. I came out here and rinsed the dirt off of the tomatoes. So, peppers, they're growing, but they're growing slow because this is the mildest May that I can remember. So they like it really hot. Hopefully, since it's been cooler than normal, it hasn't stunted their growth. Look at all of this water. Water for days. So the sunflowers have really grown. These are going to get probably 12 feet tall. Like I said, they're the mammoth sunflowers, but I mean, I think they were just somewhere around here, so all of that has grown in a week. I've got to get in here and get these tomatoes pruned back so that they have some extra airflow. With all this rain coming, going to try to prevent any kind of diseases that may occur from too much water. This is my little determinate little Sicily, and it is totally loaded, just loaded with tomatoes, which are my favorite. I cannot wait till we get some red tomatoes. So we actually had one turn red last week, and the bird got to it before we did. So if you'll look up here, we have actually put in a deterrent, our new friend, the hawk, and we got to get in here and move him at some point today, but they did not like seeing this hawk in the garden. They just squawked and squawked and squawked. So, more sunflowers, tomatoes. You can see that the cucumbers are just full of blooms and they have really taken off. These cow horns are growing tremendously. Look at those. Huge. This is the white scallop squash, and it is growing like crazy too. Our purple whole peas took a pretty good little beating. Some of them are kind of still laid over, but they're starting to stand back up. The rattlesnake beans coming up. Hopefully they'll get to trellis on that. And I had just planted some Kajari melons here, just two places, and I hope they come up because it was just like 3 or 4 days ago before all of this crazy weather came through. Center cut squash is doing good, starting to see some blooms here and there, and you can see this one actually likes to trellis. It's got some fillers it's putting out, trying to wrap around things. Tons of yellow squash already. There we go. Some of them are getting pretty close to getting ready to pick. Like, I could probably see if this little guy is not quite ready. Oh, yep. So, we got our first yellow squash. Little baby butternut squash. They're all over. I don't know if you remember, but this thing last week was like down to here. Like just barely coming up here. So in 1 week, it has grown that much. It's almost to the top of the trellis already. Crazy. So I didn't go over the fruit trees too much because, I mean, they're pretty much the same. But everything is starting to take off here. If we can get through this wet week, we will make it. So here's the deal. It's doing pretty good over here. It's been nice and cool, more like the weather that it prefers. I do think it was actually going to try and start bolting on me, but so far it hasn't. So yeah, I can enjoy some of that for a little bit longer. My cilantro is looking a little bit sad. You can see like these curly little leaves coming up. This is getting more stiff, like it's trying to flower here. So I've just kind of been pinching these off to see where it had gotten really woody. The flavor starts changing a lot of times whenever they start to bolt and they start getting woody. So I'm just trying to keep this till where it will last as long as possible. The fact that I have this to use a little bit longer is just a bonus. The bird's nest up here that I thought you might be interested in. That's on top of the arbor. So there's one right here, and then I found another one in a tree. It's got 2 eggs in it. So we've tried not to disturb them. I think the one in the other tree is mockingbirds. I'm not sure what kind of nest this is. There's the other bird's nest, like I said. I think this is a mockingbird. I don't really want to disturb video in here. So I hope you enjoyed this week's tour. It's already starting to rain again, so I'm going to catch you next week, and thanks again so much for watching.